Hi there, this is part 7 of chapter 9. We continue to work on the scene again, improving it all and making it look better. So we added the gate over there. It cost us around almost 30 minutes. But yeah, that's what modeling is. That takes time. No panic. I love that. But yeah, you have to spend some time on it to make things look okay. So I was talking about this gate that I want to put something on. And I also want to remove that sort of black line, what was facing. I think it's solved by now. No, it's still there. So now it's gone. And we select to get in. Okay. And maybe a little bit through this point. So I was talking about a composition that I was not really happy with it. There was too much white in the scene from this building. So what I will do is select it. All of it. So, and go to the viewport and just drag this something like so. And yes, we have an empty hole, but I think that's good for depth in the scene. So we have something in here and over there. And maybe you think, what is he talking about depth in the scene? Well, that is, you don't want it to look flat. And the more space is visible, the more the illusion it's, there is depth. And I like depth. Enough of that word. So I'm copying this brick from the wall. I will use that as a roof for the gate. I don't know if that fits well. I hope. And if it does not, we remove it. It's sort of a ceiling. No, just add it right there. And duplicate it. And put it together. But you can make it a little bit curvy. And another one. Oh, we're almost there. Whew. Oh, there you go. I grab these and I'm cheating to do this. All right. So we make a new render and take a look what we have. Watching a black screen, isn't that satisfying? But we have to. There is not really a solution. We have to wait. Good. All right. Yeah, this is, in my opinion, way better. And the reason is that, we have less white plaster. So we also have the white over here. And it feels a little bit weird. And I prefer this hole over there. Good. And we have the nice shadows on the wall there as well. Okay, cool. And this is blending with the border over there. We still have that black stuff over there. We'll take a look why. It's now popping out. If we just add it right there and take a look if we removed it. Take a look. Yeah. Because now there's the black line, but that's okay. All right. I still have no idea what to put over there, but I can think about it. Now it's time to focus more on the ground. And I added a texture. Oh, I think this will take a long time. Oh no. I thought it needs to load all textures. I added the cobblestone here on the ground, but I think I'm going to make another material. New. Image. Open. Because we don't want purple. Terrain. And this is a quick test. I don't know if this works. But if it works, I'm happy. Alright. I will replace everything by this texture. And on top of it, I will put the cobblestone. Okay. We have the same issues over there. Just deselect these as well. And these. Okay. We go to the texture mode. Ah, save. We take a quick break waiting for a save project. I can pause the video, but I can also talk. And now I'm having this top view and I'm wondering why I added all these same roofs. And I think I will change that later during this modeling session when we can work in the scene. Moment. Whew. And I'm not smoking. It's not good. Maybe I'm talking too much. Oh, come on. This is ridiculous. We've got lots of good things for 4K textures, but also the slowness. Anyway, enough about textures. Replacing it. So I'll call this ground. There we have it. Assign. And we go to the UV image editor. And it's called mud dry. So we call this ground, but the real name is mud dry. I don't know. Something like this. Yeah. And these yellow leaves looks a bit odd. But the next thing I like to do, and this is, I won't call this an experiment because I already tried this, but it's always, so what we'll do is copy this, remove the lower texture vertices. So we have this, and we move this to layer 1. We need to reduce this. Making this bounce or wire. It's not really doing a good thing. Right. Because this will, for some moments, really slow down. In the end it will make it bounce. Okay, back to texture. Take your time. No need for hurry. And render. Okay. Not what I expected. And again. Make them smaller. Again, this is a quick test. Like so. Oh, you're not seeing these. There are multiple ways to do this, so just trying this, taking a look what if it works or not. Okay, quick render. To be honest, I think we need the lower layer for this, because however this is more realistic, the ground, it's not really interacting with each other. It's just not the right underground. So I'm glad that I duplicated it. Road and cobblestone road, Shift D, and move this to layer 1. And we will do this again. And you want to have the, so maybe there, texture, right. All right, Shift B, just a quick test. It looks like I adding a floor in a house. You have these tiles you have to place on the ground. Render. Yeah, you can see it's the underground of this one just makes the difference. I prefer that. I don't like the color of these blocks. It needs to be more rough for some reason. And I like to lower the camera to a lower angle. Like so. All right, removing this tab so we have more visible. And also we'll, I think, find something different for this yellow cobblestone. But this will do. This is how I like to edit. And I will not use the array because it's just not going to work. But we're going to have some challenge because we need to go around this corner. And I'll have something in my mind. Yes. And Shift D. Don't press Alt D, because then you're linking these to each other. Shift D. We're putting this right there. And now, oops, we just add some extra lines. Remove this one. These vertices and this one as well. Same for these. All right, but without selecting the underground underlayer. It's not underground. That one can be removed. Oh, and now I'm thinking about this is of course the yellow one. I can remove this completely. Yeah, maybe just dragging this a little bit to the right. All right. Phew. And Shift D. And of course you can start making different variations. Okay, quick render. All right. And of course, we can make this wire. No bounce. Maybe if I select everything. Okay. Keep in mind, this is important to do. I'm glad there are functions like this in Blender. If you create small scenes, you're not thinking about this ID, but it's fine when it's there. So there we go. And you see that I put it a little bit inside of the other one. Maybe I have to drag this. So cool. So this is the street. Oh, we have even more overlappings close to the camera. So let's make a render. Okay. Yes, I prefer to have them over there as well. But for now, I will keep this. And I see that the overlappings was, for some reason, good. I don't know, because now there is a sort of line. That's really strange. Only that one can be ignored. Strange stuff is happening. All right. Yeah, so adding the buildings and make a new render. So you have to watch all the time. It's not that you dump everything in your scene and then make a render and do some small fine-tuning. You're building the scene, and every time you have to make changes to make it look better. Okay. Yeah, when we're going to add stuff on the road, it's not looking duplicated anymore. Yeah, so I will surround this square on the street with this cobblestone pattern. Also for this, and yes, it's important that you put the high detailed one there as well, because with a good resolution render, you will see that it's flat or not. So keep that in mind. I will do a couple of more. Just a quick view if this is... well, it's going to be challenging. But it will be fine. And, well, I will continue this process. I will pause the video and then come back and show you how I worked. I think that's the best way, or else we have a very long video with just duplicating this thing. Yeah, and the good thing is you can make them bounce, but when you work, like when you're going around, you just make them textured so you can see what you're doing and then switch back to bounce. So yeah, we'll pause it. Good luck with this, with your design, and back in a minute. Pause. So that's done. This is how I created these roads. A render, and you can still see some sharp edges. It's not really blending in each other. Yeah, that's fixable, of course. What you need to do is take one of these and bring it over there and add some extra lines there as well. So go to texture mode, and well, you need to find where it stops, you know, so you can remove, and the tree, I want to remove it. Go away. Okay, back. So something like this, smaller. Well, then we're removing that one as well. We don't want that. I'll make it separated. Texture mode. Okay. Vertices, and then we can grab this one. It's not the most important, but vertices, something like this. And if we hit render, yeah, we need to move a little bit to the right. It's not that brilliant, but from this angle, you won't really see it. So, yeah, it depends a little bit. If you can see it in your viewport, like this angle, we can really simply avoid this by adding an extra. Like we copy this and we paste it, and then it's solved. But if you can see bad corners and it's visible, spend more time on it, like I did. Use more vertices to make it more smooth. But yeah, it's not really visible right now that there are problems, so why spending lots of time to solve it? Right, this is the end of this part. Adding roads is always important. We still can see this line, so let's fix that before I close it. This part, it's not really nice. Yes, it doesn't feel well when I close a part and there are some weird edges. All right, so I was thinking about spending time in this part on this, but that will be the next part. Yeah, filling this in with something nice, because now it feels really strange and it's close to the camera. So yeah, we need to keep this, take this serious. Right, that's for the next one, and see you there. Bye bye.